What's going on, everybody? It's JB here with episode 140, and it's from now on in it's going to be double match episodes now, so we're increasing the length of the videos to half an hour. Today, later on, we've got Southampton in the Carabao Cup, but first we go to Old Trafford when we face Manchester United. A real opportunity here. Man United starting the match lying in 5th place, Burnley 3 points behind in the table, as you can see there. So these games are going to be full length, and we're going to, as I say, we're going to start at Old Trafford where we took on Manchester United. A real opportunity really for us to see if we could conjure up something. So let's get to Old Trafford as we take on Manchester United. And as the two teams come out here at Turf Moor, what an atmosphere this promises to be. Burnley in second place with 18 points, 3 points behind leaders Everton, with Manchester United lying further 5 points back behind the Clars in 5th position. Old Trafford reigning as ever, and Burnley are the top scorers in fact with 22 goals. Everton in second place, then Man United, then Wolves, and then Southampton. Well, John Stutzy knows that this is going to be a tough test at Old Trafford today, and really it will be the supreme test. Remember, they won the treble last season and they're lucky to win the quadruple this year. This is the United lineup with De Gea in goal. Then it's DeMarcus, Lindelof, Jones and Digne across the back. Pogba and Matic, the two holding midfielders. Then it's Mkhitaryan, Barkley and Bittencourt. And up front, Romelu Lukaku. Plenty of goals in him. Martial, Vertonghen amongst the substitutes bench for United, and Jose Mourinho there, the United manager. As for John Stutzy, his team lines up as follows: Tom Heaton, the usual goalkeeper. Then it's Trippier, Piqué, me and Robertson. Piqué, the new signing, across the back. Gray, Hughes, Davis and Schürrle, the midfield quartet. Danny Ings and Mario Balotelli get the places up front, so which means no place for Wayne Rooney or Tammy Abraham amongst the substitutes. But they're amongst the substitutes, that's to stay. David De Gea there. So Burnley to change shirts. The referee is Neil Swarbrick, who's going to get us up and running. Typical rainy weather here in Manchester. Been raining non-stop since 6 AM this morning, but the pitch looks in absolute superb condition. Away we go. Burnley attacking the Stretford end in this first half, attacking from left to right. Here's Gray. Bittencourt for United. Pogba. United, of course, in the famous red shirts with white shorts. Bittencourt. Is it back again? Away from Hughes. Schürrle's there. 3 points behind Everton at the start of play here, Burnley. They were the league leaders this morning. Gray, Balotelli, Schürrle the German. Hughes, good save. It'll come here for Balotelli to turn it back and knock behind for a corner to Burnley. But well, Hughes with a terrific shot. Watch this again. Smashed it in there, and a little deflection which made it very unlucky for David De Gea. And he did well. Corner to be taken by Schürrle. Header one, but that's an easy one. Piqué's header, but an easy one for the Spaniard De Gea. Former teammate, of course, with Spain. Piqué. Now Trippier. Can't find Balotelli this time. Barkley to Mkhitaryan. Back to Barkley. Now Schürrle. Quarter of an hour gone then at Old Trafford. Hughes. That's Robert Davis, sorry. Given away. Davis. Gray. Ings can't just get in behind there. It's a good, purposeful start to the game. Lukaku. Cut out by Davis. Still no goals here at Old Trafford, but here's a chance now for the early break. Halfway through the first half, it's Balotelli. It's a brilliant finish, and what a lovely ball from Ings to pick him out. He still had a lot to do, But my heavens, the Italian has done good for Burnley here. 1-0 they lead. Timed his run to perfection. 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper and just smashes it into the back of the net. It's a really good finish. And Burnley, the league champions for the last 2 seasons, are leading at Old Trafford in a ground they always seem to do well in. 5th for the season for Mario, and he will be very pleased with that. He's been a revelation since joining Burnley back in January. Came as part of the swap deal with Danny Welbeck to Nice. He went the opposite way, of course. What a revelation this Italian has been for Burnley, and he scores. He's the scourge of Manchester United once again. So even the City fans will have joined that. Well, Manchester City fans will have enjoyed that one because Balotelli was a former City player, and he scored against United again. 28 minutes gone then, Burnley leading. Starting the day in 2nd place. Bittencourt. Lukaku onside. There were appeals from the Burnley defenders that the offside flag wasn't there, and Tom Heaton having to say smartly there from Mkhitaryan. Straight to Trippier. To wings, and again Balotelli making that break. Lindelof did well. Bittencourt. Lukaku. United now looking to hit back. Still Lukaku. Drifted out to the left. Cross coming in towards Pogba. Better from United. Really good move. There's the cross. Paul Pogba, £89 million with him with a header, but well over the top. Tom Heaton will take the resulting goal kick. And the rain still pouring down here at Old Trafford. As we come up to the closing stages of the first half. Pogba. Bittencourt in there first. Play on, says the referee, Swarbrick. Again, the tackle's flying in. Tom Heaton's ball. It's a good ball out to Shirley, in fact. And Balotelli's gambled here. Shirley's being pulled a bit. There's the cross back. Goalkeeper got a fist on it. And Hughes couldn't get there. The last minute of the first half. The ball's, run out incidentally for a throw. This is Trippier. Seconds remaining now of the first half. Hughes. And as you see on the public address system, 2 minutes to be added on. Pogba. And there is the half-time whistle, and it's a good news for Burnley. They lead by 1-0. The goal from Mario Balotelli separates these two sides. And Burnley now looking to keep their good run going against Manchester United at Old Trafford. Half-time, United 0, Burnley 1. Welcome back to Old Trafford. Manchester United about to get us underway. Attacking the Stretford end to our left. And attacking the end where all their supporters are based. 1-0 up. Balotelli's goal halfway through the first half. Bittencourt. Big chance for United. Just couldn't take it. Side of his left foot. Heaton had it covered. Short to Piqué this time. Now Trippier. Davis. Ings on the turn. Bittencourt. And Lukaku stealing in behind them. What a tackle that was. Ben Mee. Terrific defensive work. Looked all the while as Lukaku was going to get in there for the equaliser potentially. But then Ben Mee saw the danger and did well. Lukaku. United's next match, incidentally, is at the John Smith Stadium against Huddersfield Town. Here's Lukaku. Barkley! Big chance for him. Meanwhile, Bittencourt is going to come off and Martial's going to come on. Still Burnley leading. Matic. It's a good ball. Burnley's next game, incidentally, is against Southampton. You'll be able to see that one in full on the YouTube channel on the next episode of Career Mode. Gray. Davis. Schürrle. Ings. And here's Gray. Struck it well, but easy for the hair. Here's Trippier this time from Hughes' pass. Now me. Burnley passing the ball around with very good confidence. Good dummy as well, clearly done. Trippier. Gray. Burnley keeping possession really well. Davis. Me. Trippier. He has a go. Scored 2 blockbusters in the FA Cup last week. In fact, a free kick has been given. And Burnley are about to make their first change as Herrera replaces Matic. It's going to be Boyan. He's going to come on and replace Demarai Gray. So the Spanish international, former Barcelona youngster, played for many years at Stoke. Comes on to replace Demarai Gray. It's going to be Schürrle with the free kick. Deflected, and it will be a corner. Well, it wasn't the best free kick in the world. Came off Lukaku's head, or the side of his head. Schürrle's corner. A little flick on. Will be a United ball. Go for a Burnley player last. 1-0 to Burnley. Quarter of an hour left to play. Lukaku. Herrera. Lindelof. Herrera. Burnley still holding firm. Here's Schürrle. Davis to his left. Did well to get out of that cul-de-sac well. Here's Hughes. Goal kick. Meanwhile, change imminent for Burnley. Onto a show coming off on new signing Wayne Rooney against his old team. Comes on with 10 minutes to go. So United still having to chase this. So Wayne Rooney on for Burnley. Davis to Rooney. Good ball. Boyan is going to reach it. Just a little bit of him. Here's Rooney. Wayne Rooney. And good dummy by him to Davis. Deflected into the path of De Gea. 4 to go. Burnley on the cusp of winning at Old Trafford here. Yet again. Here's Barkley though. He could spoil all that. Good block. Still might come here for Mkhitaryan. Smashes it wide into the Stretford end. And a goal kick. Burnley about to make their final change. Off comes Barkley and on comes Wilson. Mourinho surprising everyone there. Burnley about to make a change at centre back. Ben Mee to be replaced by Ryan Shawcross. Lost his place because of, not just because of his age, but the experience, of course, of Gerard Piqué. Those valuable years at Barcelona, he picked up winning Champions League after Champions League and a La Liga title after a La Liga title. We're going to deep into time added on. Tom Davis. Boyan. Can he steal in? No, he can't. Jones. It's all over. Burnley have done it again at Old Trafford. They've only got a 1 again. Old Trafford seems to be a brilliant home for Burnley right now. They love coming here and they love getting a win. Just the 1 goal necessary this time. It came midway through the first half. Mario Balotelli got it. And it was enough to sink United, who did have chances. But Burnley snuffed them out and have won at Old Trafford by 1-0. So Mario's 22nd minute goal winning the day there, and Burnley right back in the Premier League hunt. As for the Carabao Cup, we're into round 4 now. This is for the second game as we took on Southampton. Other ties include Liverpool against Crystal Palace, Middlesbrough against Sheffield United, Millwall against Manchester City, Sunderland against Bradford, Fulham against Everton, Huddersfield Chelsea, and Sheffield Wednesday take on Ipswich. So there was always going to be that window of opportunity. But Burnley, of course, putting on still in 4 competitions, struggling a bit in the league in terms of where they'd like to be in terms of points wise and being up there with Everton. But in the Carabao Cup, it's been a bit more plain sailing. Obviously, the Champions League hasn't gone well for us so far. But as far as the Carabao Cup's concerned, it's a competition that we all like anyway. So that's always a blessing in disguise. And it was a fantastic sight to really actually see there. But as I said, we had to take on Southampton. A big game for us, but would we be up to the challenge to get through into the next round? Well, we're back at Turf Moor for this one, and home comforts hasn't been so good for us. But in the League Cup, it's been a real stroll. Beating Arsenal and beating Spurs, could we add Southampton to the list of cup casualties? Let's get over to Turf Moor and find out what happened in the cup tie. Welcome along to this Carabao Cup third round, or the last 16 if you like. Burnley against Southampton. Burnley in the previous rounds have knocked out Arsenal and Tottenham along the way. Now they're looking to add the name of Southampton to their latest list of victims. Unbeaten in the competition since John Stutzy took over some 2.5 years ago. And the player to watch is the man who got the winner at Old Trafford on Saturday. Mario Balotelli, 29 years old now. 5 goals in the league this season. And goodness knows how many else in other competitions. He's really proving to be a great asset for Burnley. Two teams shaking hands. And whilst they do that, I think it's high time we had a look at the two teams for this evening's League Cup tie. Both teams sportingly shake hands. I'm sure there'll be 2 strong sets. John Stutzy looks on now. Let's have a look at Burnley. Unchanged. Not surprising considering they won well at Manchester United. Could have won by more than the 1, but 1 was enough. Balotelli needs to keep their places, so no place for Moussa Dembele or Tammy Abraham. They're both allotted to go on the subs bench. And what about Southampton? Alex McCarthy gets the nod in goal. Sam Vokes comes back to play against his old club and leads the line with Tannis just in behind. Sims and I, 2 pacey wingers, could cause some problems. And watch out for Kirati and Harrison Reed in the midfield. They could be real handfuls on their day. Tanatabi also plays in defence. Referee is Scott Oldham. And we're ready to go. Burnley in the claret and blue. And away we go. Burnley, of course, I tell you in claret and blue, as I said. Southampton in red and white. And really it should be a foregone conclusion, you would think. Burnley really are the red hot favourites to retain the Carabao Cup for a first successive year. Only Liverpool have done that in the competition's almost 50-year history. Davis. Wasn't a bad shot either. He's coming to the team really well, Tom Davis. I mean, been very much a part-time player for the last couple of years, but he's had the odd start here and there. He's come in and made that squad number and that shirt his own. And he almost made the way with an early goal there. McCarthy then to take the goal kick. To Luster, to Harrison Reed. Lennis. Giving it away to Ings though. Gray. Ings. Hughes. Gray. Surely got to be a 3 kick. The referee, Mr. Oldham, didn't agree. Tadic, the captain. Now Sims. Returned again, this time by PK. Sheller to Ings. Quarter of an hour gone. Ings! What a goal! Danny Ings with an absolute screamer! And Burnley take the lead with a quarter of an hour gone. I have to say, took me by surprise in the commentary box. Ings went for it. But question marks have to be against the goalkeeper's position here. Should he have got there? Well, he came within a whisker of saving it, but I think he could have stretched a bit better. But Ings won't care about that, and neither will Burnley. They take the lead with just 16 minutes gone, and this is third goal in this cup run this season, having scored in previous rounds against Tottenham and against Arsenal, of course, when they took revenge for losing the European Super Cup final in Geneva on penalties. One of the longest penalty shootouts in history. Sims. Southampton looking to hit back. Moreno. Davis cutting it out, and away comes Gray, but only as far as Chiati. A deflection that forced Shearer to get it away. Now Balotelli. Trippier. Burnley looking in complete and utter control. Davis. Now Andy Robertson. PK. He'll have a go himself. This time an easy save for goalkeeper Alex McCarthy. Dusan Tadic. Through to Jordan Ibe. Sims. The flag was up for offside. Sims just straight offside there. And the linesman was right. Half an hour gone. 1-0 to Burnley. The goal from Danny Ings. Quarter of an hour gone when it happened. Given away though to Ibe. Tadic. The ball back to Heaton. To Trippier. To Gray. Damari Gray. Former Birmingham City youngster. Good save. Only parry to Balotelli, who hits it over. 10 minutes to go to half time, and that would have really put Burnley in cruise control then. His shot was being pulled a bit as he shot. The referee allowed it to go, and Southampton get the goal kick. It was a good save in the first place by McCarthy. Did really well, the goalkeeper. And from the goal kick, it's come straight back at Southampton. Gray. Well wide of target. And the next game for Burnley, you'll be able to see that in full, is at Goodison Park. Top against second. What a game that promises to be between Everton and Burnley, the top two at the moment in the Premier League. And here's Ings. Oh! Struck that with great venom, and McCarthy made a good save. Just look at the ball there, just swerving away in the air, and McCarthy having to pat that away for a corner. Sure to take this corner then. Heads were up and it was the Southampton one that got it away. 4 minutes to half time. Burnley get the decision. Davis to Sims, straight to him, giving away. Kiatic. Moreno. Tadic. And then absolutely souls Moreno down the river. 3 added minutes, as you can hear on the PA system. So that's a beat. Kiwati. Now Sims. Tadic. Last knockings of the first half here. Southampton on the attack. Tadic. Gray hooks it out. And that will be that for the first half. It's only 1-0, but Burnley have been the dominant force. Southampton have huffed and puffed and haven't been able to touch. Tom Heaton is yet in the Burnley goal. The goal after 15 minutes from Danny Ings is separating the two teams, and that's the outlook at half-time. Burnley 1, Southampton 0. Welcome back to Turf Moor as the second half gets underway. Burnley have made a triple substitution, and we'll bring you the substitutions right now. Gamero is on for Balotelli. Ings is off and replaced by Tammy Abraham. And Wayne Rooney replaces Will Hughes. And with the important league game at Everton, it's important that those 3 top players get lots of rest. Gamero. Can't thread it through to Shearer, who was the furthest man forward, incidentally. Southampton haven't made any changes. We've had 6 minutes of the second half. Gray finding Rooney. Wayne Rooney. Now straight again, and now Hybe. And Burnley just husher it back to their captain, Tom Heaton. PK to Trippier. Straight into Sims, who's had a lot of the ball in this game. Now Southampton can sense an opportunity perhaps here with Tadic. He's turned well, but he's only found PK. Rooney. Burnley's possession has been pretty top notch, 80%. Almost ready it through there, Rooney to Tammy Abraham. Southampton are at home to Manchester City. And their next game. That'll be a tough test for Pellegrino's side there. Rooney doing well. But here's folks against his old team. And towards Tadic. Sims is onside. Tadic is there too. Goal kick. Came off Tadic last. Lamina about to replace Harrison Reed for the remainder of the second half, which has still got 25 minutes left to go. So far this game, the second half really not living up to be a classic so far. No real incidents at this moment in time. Abraham's just a little bit late there on the tackle. Referee allowing it to go. Now Trippier. Ball through, real chance here, Gamero. McCarthy out very lightning fast. And he made a simple save at the end. Burnley not finished yet. Abraham. Davis, first time, deflection. Good save, McCarthy. Gray. McCarthy deciding to fist it away. Rooney charges in like a rhinoceros. And loses out. Now Southampton's turn to counter-attack. All of a sudden, as we go into the latter stages of the game, livening up a bit, Davis' attempted pass will go straight towards Alex McCarthy in the end. It's a good kick away by him to Davis. Oh, for one moment I thought Gamero had stolen in then. Was poised possibly to make it 2-0. 10 minutes to play. Southampton believe they could still force an extra half an hour. Remember, if it is a draw after 90 minutes, we will have extra time. And failing that, we'll have penalties. Ball played in there towards. And Burnley in 60s and 70s here. Tadic. And Davis gets it away. Abraham can't hold it up. Southampton looking to draw level. It's looking like a very tight competitive cup tie this now. And behind for a goal kick. Or is it a corner? Højbjerg comes up to replace Tadic. And he takes the captaincy as well, but it's a corner. Jordan Orrid to take. Ives corner. And still not away yet. Kalusta has to reload. Finds Højbjerg. Højbjerg's crossed on a good one. Low down. And away by Rooney. Now Gray. Pace to burn this lad. Abraham up in support. And Tammy Abraham is through. This could really settle it now. Tammy Abraham for Burnley. 2-0. Well, they've made hard work of it, the Pirates, but they're now in the last 8. And their defence and their grip on the trophy is now very much secure for at least another round longer. Southampton throwing them forward in search of an equalising goal. And in the end, it was a run out from Damari Gray. Made sure Tammy Abraham stayed on side. Played a lovely through ball. And Abraham did the rest. It's his 4th goal in the League Cup this season. And what a moment for him. Proud. And that goal from him has taken Burnley over the line with practically seconds remaining. Virtually the last kick of the game as referee Scott Oldham brings the match to an end. And the Burnley fans know that another trip to Wembley could be on the horizon as Pellegrini and Stutzy shake hands. A brilliant goal after 15 minutes from Danny. He's got the scoring up and running there. Chances to extend the lead. But then Tammy Abraham came on and made the scoreline absolute and definitely safe. So Burnley safely into the last 8 of the Carabao Cup. Comfortable winners tonight by 2-0 over Southampton. And there's all the results you can see there. Burnley 2, Southampton 0. Liverpool through 1-0 against Palace. Middlesbrough snuck past Sheffield United 4-3 on penalties after a 2-2 draw. Man City winning a close game at Millwall 3-2. Sunderland 3, Bradford 0. Fulham knock out Everton by a goal to 0. So the league leaders are out of the cup. Huddersfield 1, Chelsea 3 at the John Smith. And Sheffield Wednesday 2, Ipswich 2. But Sheffield Wednesday prevailing 4-3 on penalties. So let's find out the draw then for the quarter-finals. Of course, there are 8 teams that are going to be left in it, and 2, of course, tonight went to penalties. Let's just check the actual draw. Here we go. That's the Emirates FA Cup. I don't know why we're looking at that. The draw is as follows: Chelsea, Sheffield Wednesday, Sunderland against Liverpool. We've got Middlesbrough and Fulham against Man City. But that brings us to the end of an exciting double bill of episodes, which are starting from now. Episode 141 will feature another 2 games for your viewing pleasure as well, as we're still looking at the draw there. And that will involve Everton, of course, and Shakhtar Donetsk in Europe. And Balotelli taking the play of the month. But from now, from me, JB, take care, and we'll see you for that Everton game very soon. Bye.